Good afternoon to everyone and welcome to the Board of Health virtual meeting on Thursday, May 13th, scheduled for 3:30. My name is Thomas Corey. Present with me via Zoom is Michael Coughlin and Tess Curran, our agent of the board. Dr. Gagliardi is not with us at this moment. Various guests and participants in today's meeting. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived by those present, and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. Tess, can we have a roll call?
Thomas Corey,
Yes.
Michael Coughlin.
Yes.
The first item of business is the approval of minutes for the meeting of Thursday, April 20th, 2023. Are there any additions, deletions, or corrections to be made to the minutes of the meeting as printed? Sandy, I want to give you an applause. That's a lot of technical stuff you got in those minutes. That's really a good job, and thank you for being so diligent with that.
I move we accept the minutes.
We have a motion to move. I'll second. Roll call.
Thomas Corey,
Yes.
Michael Coughlin.
Yes.
Okay, next. We have, wait a minute, looking at the wrong page. Okay, we have a request for the keeping of chickens by Tanya Marin, 334 Tucker Street, Fall River. Lisa, you are usually the presenter?
I am. Yeah, I don't see her name up there, but different name, I guess. Yes, Tanya lives down at 334 Tuttle Street. She's requesting to have 8 chickens on her property. It was very clean. She did have the yard exterminated, and there were no issues from the company.
Okay, I see on the application, it sets the number of chickens at 8. Okay, and that's okay, but we have to remind you, Easter is just passed. But if we show up the week before Easter next year, we don't want to have 20 chicklets running around, okay? So we got to keep the number at 8. Absolutely no roosters.
Yeah,
Okay, no roosters. And the other thing, we see that there was a rodent inspection, but there's usually supposed to be an annual contract for continuous rodent inspections.
Okay, so it's annual. And I
This
will.
looks like a one-time only from,
This was a one-time, because I told her she had to have her yard exterminated, but I didn't tell her that she had to have it yearly. I don't believe, maybe I did. But I mean, the yard is clean. There was no signs.
Okay, well, that's always been a condition of our granting of the
Right.
variance before.
right. It's
So
yearly.
I would be inclined, if we get proof of an annual contract,
Okay.
that I'm sure that we could move on that.
So you want a motion to approve pending the confirmation of the annual contract?
Yes, I think that'd be the best way to go.
Okay, so moved.
All right, I'll second. Roll call.
Thomas Corey,
Yes.
Michael Coughlin.
Yes.
Okay, congratulations. Good luck with the chickens.
Thank you.
Okay, now we're swearing in of Robert DeSoto as the health, no, we're not swearing you in. We are appointing you. Of Robert DeSoto as the health agent. Tess, fill in.
Yes, so Robert has been in his role for some time now, but Bob Cloutier, who is his counterpart within the food inspector division, has been appointed as an agent. So the request internally was that Bobby also be appointed as an agent so that he can carry out the duties as needed.
Okay,
I'm ready to move to approve.
okay, I'll second. Can we have a roll call?
Thomas Corey,
Yes?
Michael Coughlin.
Yes.
Okay, congratulations, Bobby,
Thank you.
and good luck in your new role.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay. Next, we have tobacco violations hearing. It's the second offense of an act to modernize tobacco control, East Coast Wholesale, 515 South Main Street, Fall River, Mass.
Bob,
We have Robert Patel representing East Coast. And who's presenting on? Jen,
I'll be presenting.
okay, Tessa's presenting, so. What are the details?
So this is the second offense as indicated. The first violation was in February of 2023 when Ms. Heath, Diane Heath, was still with us as the tobacco control coordinator. At that time, there were flavored tobacco products being offered at the establishment. I went back a second time on April 25th. And there continued to be flavored tobacco products being sold at the establishment, which is why the second violations come before the board. And due to the state regulations and the state laws, that is automatically triggers them coming before the board
Mhm.
for a possible suspension or suspension of minimum of 7 days.
Mhm.
And the $2,000 fine in addition to the $1,000 fine for the first violation.
Okay. Mr. Patel, what do you have to say?
Okay, I'm the owner of East Coast Wholesale. I was out of town down in Florida. I operate a business down in Florida as well. And ever since the pandemic, keeping good employees is very, very hard. And we've had several employees come in and out of the store, and some have taken upon themselves to, meet customers' requests for menthol tobacco.
Wait a minute,
against
wait a minute,
my
wait a minute. How can they meet a customer's request on something that's not supposed to be sold? You shouldn't even have it in the building. So how
We
could
do
they
not.
meet the customer's request?
Hey, somebody, I do not know who, had acquired menthol tobacco from another state or another store, don't know where, and was offering it for sale in my store.
So you're not running the operation, someone else is?
Correct, I was not present.
No, I didn't ask that. Who was that? You're representing, you're the owner? What is your status here?
I am the owner.
Okay, you're the owner.
Yeah.
Boy, this
I'm not-
this doesn't look good as an owner. So you as the owner were unaware that someone brought in a menthol or a flavored tobacco product and was being sold. How long were you in Florida?
6 months from November 1st,
6 months.
November.
So this is getting worse. So what's the word I want to use? Untrustworthy employees?
You could say that.
Okay, unfortunately, when you have untrustworthy employees, the owner is responsible for
You-
their
Right,
actions.
right, you're still responsible.
And I took proactive by getting rid of them. And at the same time that Tess had been to my store, she also came with an investigator from the state, where the state had charged me $1,000 as well. That fine has been paid to the state, and I feel it's double jeopardy if the state and the city are both going to give me a fine.
If I could quickly jump in here, the Department of Revenue was in attendance on both the February visit with Diane Heath and the April visit with myself. It is a separate charge, if you will. The Department of Revenue issue was the untaxed cigarettes. So those were coming in from out of state. That's what that issue is. That's separate from the issue that the city of Fall River has fined you for in terms of the flavored tobacco. So there's two separate concerns. The city doesn't have any jurisdiction or insight into the, untaxed cigarettes. So that's not
What?
something that this violation that we're talking about here, incorporates any piece of that. This isn't regarding the flavored product.
Michael, any thoughts?
No, I mean, I think it's clear cut. They were two separate violations and he's been cited by the authorities overseeing each of the violations and precedent is for a suspension on the second offense.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that we have a lot of leeway here.
Okay, 7 days?
That's the standard.
That's the standard. Michael, would you be agreeable to a 7-day?
Did you hear me?
No, I did not.
I'm sorry.
We,
Can you hear me now?
yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what happened. I said several long sentences that apparently didn't get through. But all I was saying was I don't know of any, we have a precedent and we should stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I also asked you if you had another thought, if you wanted to proceed in a different direction. I'm ready to go ahead with the standard suspension and fine, but I don't know if. you
No,
have a
that
different thought.
that would be my
Yeah,
idea.
okay.
Yeah,
Then okay, then I'm ready.
No, simply as a owner of a business, I'm a small business owner. And you think tobacco has regulations, you ought to see my business about regulations. And, sometimes you have employees, well, you make sure they're very well trained or you don't have them. And you said you were out of the state for 6 months. And these people who were supposed to be trustworthy brought in stuff that shouldn't have been there. And then there was an issue with taxes. It kind of, I'd rather not say that in the public, but I would be agreeable to the 7-day suspension.
And a fine additional is what I heard Tess say.
Well, the fine is automatic.
Okay.
Is that correct? Yeah, the fine is automatic.
That's
Okay.
correct. The fine has been
It's already been issued.
to the
Okay.
business.
Okay. All right. Well, then I move to issue a 7-day suspension to the business on their tobacco license.
Okay, I'll second. We have a roll call?
Thomas Corey,
Yes.
Michael Coughlin.
Yes.
And when would we haven't been introduced to Jennifer yet, but Jennifer, you'd be coordinating the removal of the tobacco products. What does your schedule look like? Can we coordinate that, the dates?
Yep, so I did speak with Tess and we have coordinated a date.
Okay, so you're all set with that? You'll inform Mr. Patel?
Yes, will likely be by Monday, mid-morning.
Okay,
Unfortunately, I'm out of the office tomorrow, or otherwise, we would do it tomorrow, but it will have to wait until Monday because I want to go with Jennifer, as she's just starting this week.
okay. All right. I'm sorry, Mr. Patel, but they'll be in to visit you on Monday. This will close the hearing on the tobacco violation.
I have a question on this fine. Okay, is it 1,000 or is it 2,000 or is it 3,000? What is the total? And is that due forthwith, or do I have some time to make that payment? 'Cause I don't know about you, but I don't have 3,000 in my back pocket.
At this time, it's $3,000 because you still haven't paid the first $1,000 fine. And now we've tacked on the $2,000 fine. If you'd like to discuss that, then we can have a conversation with Corporation Counsel next week, because we have delivered paperwork that's been declined through certified mail. So we dropped that off via constable on May 11th. So you were served a number of documents on the 11th.
I believe I'm gonna receive it. That's why we're on this meeting.
I'm sorry, sir, I'm having a little hard time hearing you.
Yeah, I believe that's the paperwork that I have here in front of me is why we're at this meeting. I think this was dropped off and this land based it on me the other day. Oh, hey, you got to zoom in. All right, so we're going to discuss this further, the monetary fine.
The fines remain, but we can, if you'd like to have a conversation regarding those fines, then we can do that with Corporation Counsel. So the legal office here in Government Center.
So do I make an appointment for that? Are you going to make an appointment for that? How does
Will
that?
you be present on Monday at the store?
No, I'll be on my way back to Florida to pick up.
Okay. So then why don't you, you should have my email, in that packet. And you can email me dates and times that may work for you next week. And we can try and find a time to have a conversation. But the fines, you know, the total will not change. But we can try and see if there's an opportunity, for some type of, plan, but the figure won't change.
Okay, all right, so the suspension will commence on Monday,
Correct.
okay? And you'll remove the tobacco products that I have and you'll return the tobacco products that I have.
We will box the tobacco products that you have. And then they won't be able to be sold for the week. And then we'll come back and we will, you know, bring the tobacco product back out.
Okay, so you're picking up and delivering, okay. All right, I'm in agreement with this, but, you know, I mean, it's, I hope it doesn't happen again.
Oh, we do too.
Mr. Patel, that's your responsibility that doesn't happen again.
I realize that, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next item on the agenda is the introduction of Jennifer Do Texera as our new Tobacco Control Coordinator. Jennifer, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, tell us your life story in 30 seconds.
A quick thing is I'm excited to be here and I look forward to serving the community.
All right, very good. Did you want to add anything to that, Tess?
No, I'm really happy Jennifer's here. She's been doing her orientations and trainings this week, and is, you know, really just getting geared up, to hit the road. And so I think she'll be a great addition to the team and we're really happy she's joined.
Very good. Again, Jennifer, welcome. We wish you the best. Okay, the director's report.
You know, I don't have too much, other than we're just moving forward again with some of the same grants. I'm looking forward to having the epidemiologist start in about 3 weeks. She starts full time on the 5th of June. So I think that's going to be really important for the department, and we'll be able to, you know, look at things and evaluate things in a way that we haven't before, just because we really haven't had that skill set within the department. So looking forward to that. We did potentially receive additional funding through the shared services grant for the next fiscal year. So we're developing a budget along with Seekonk and Swansea for an increase in funding. And I think that's only gonna, you know, help us, whether it be additional support staff, or staffing and or new software and technology for the inspectors to use, not only here in Fall River, but the other communities. So, so really hopeful about that opportunity and are, you know, thankful that we're a part of that grant.
Okay, was there anything under citizens input?
We did not receive citizens input.
Okay, next item, confirm the date for the next meeting. Following our usual pattern, it would be June 22nd or June 29th. I thought that June 29th might be too close to the 4th of July weekend. It's not for me, but for others. Do you want to run that by and see if, Michael, is that either of those all right with you?
Yeah, that'll be fine. Either one.
All right, if we can check with Dr. Gagliardi?
Sure, so check with him for the 22nd or the 29th. Is that?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a preference or no preference at all?
Yeah, I have no preference.
Okay.
no.
I have no
Okay.
preference.
Okay. All right, good. We'll check in and circle back. Sandy will be in touch with a calendar invite for the confirmed date.
Okay, very good. Can we have a motion to adjourn? Well, is there any other business to come before the Board of Health that was of such a nature that it could not make the agenda?
No new business.
Very good. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
I second. Can we have a roll call?
Thomas Corey,
Yes.
Michael Coughlin.
Yes.
All right. Thank you all for spending the afternoon with us. Have a lovely weekend.
Okay.
Take care. Thank you.